What search terms do you want to rank for on YouTube? In the past, this made a little bit of a difference, but today you can be way more tactical with this. We can specifically target your ideal customer through search like never before. There is a specific predictable path that you can take to dominate your category on YouTube. And in this video, we're going to be covering 5 points. So we're going to start out by talking about what it means to rank at the top of YouTube. Then we'll go right into these search terms and the importance of choosing the right terms to rank for. I'll show you how you can search to find the right keyword terms. Admittedly, a lot of the tools out there are misleading, so we'll clarify that. It's important to cover what you don't want to rank for because some things are a waste of time or some things won't work. And by the end of this video, you'll really understand the value of creating videos around these search terms. So let's dive right in. So let's just go right to YouTube and I'll show you what it means to rank on YouTube. So if we type in discipline teen, Nicolene Peck, who also films at this filming house, she's obviously ranking at the top. She's got positions 1 and 2. So that is a good place to be in. That's what it means to rank at the top of YouTube. When people go to YouTube or Google and they type in search terms and your videos are ranking at the top, that's the goal. We want people to see your videos and to watch your videos above your competitors. You can be so strategic if you choose the right terms. Like, what do you want to rank for? What phrases do you want to rank for? And how do you go about it? So I want to show you some specific examples so you can really get an idea of what we're talking about here, okay? This is Jason Schroeder's YouTube topic stock. This is the spreadsheet where we research all the different questions and we organize them according to word count. You'll see over here on the left, these ones have 7 words, these ones have 6, these ones have 5. The ones that are the easiest to rank for, the fastest, are at the top. So if Jason wants to rank at the top of YouTube for construction management software, he can find all the questions that have those words in it and rank them according to word count and also search volume. You don't want to go after the phrases that have the higher search volume too quickly. If you go after phrases that have higher words and lower search volume, at least 10 or 20 per month, you'll rank those at the top of YouTube the quickest, and you'll turn a no into a starting and into a yes. A no means you're not ranking on YouTube. A starting means you're in the top 20, so you have to scroll down, but you can find your video there. And a yes means you don't have to scroll. Your video is ranking at the top of YouTube. Okay, so I want to scroll clear down to the bottom because I want to show you some branches down here. He wanted to talk about vision statement. He wanted to talk about PPE construction. So a topic like this, all of these are related to the construction industry, whereas vision statement, they're not. And so the question that I asked Jason is, do you want to dominate YouTube anytime anyone has a question about vision statement, or is this a video specifically for the construction industry and that's a piece of content you want to teach them? And it was the latter, right? So for him to go through and to answer every one of these questions would be counterproductive, because doing that, starting with the 10s, but over here, like waiting for that one for later, do this one, do this one, do this one, do this one, come down to the 9s and do this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. This is the path to dominating YouTube for vision statement. So the question that I asked to Jason is, do you want to be the vision statement guy on YouTube? Is that what you want to rank for? That anytime somebody has a question about vision statement, they're finding you? And he said, well, no, I don't want to dominate that. I want to dominate this. So the branches that we've really focused on are things like this: construction project manager. We filmed these before this date, so he's just stayed dominating that branch. This one was at a 9, now it's at a 10. I add up all the yeses and the startings and create a score and track all of these. Let me show you a new client that we just started with. This is Isabel. You can see that we organize these the same way in terms of word count and search volume. And you can see the filming date where a lot of these were filmed. We checked the ranking on November 13th. We checked again on January 13th, and it increased slightly. I went back down, but then it increased to 6, and then to 7, and then to 8. And that's out of 9. So we only have 9 questions here that we want to dominate that are on this residential assisted living branch. So we went from a score of 4 to 8 in just a matter of a few months. In the same time period, she filmed some of these, which took her from a score of 7. So she's ranking for 7 out of 38. up to 17 out of 38, which is pretty cool. So the goals are to search and find all the branches that are in your area of expertise and really look at them closely and determine, is this my target audience? What about this one? Or which one is more of my target audience and more interested in or more in need of my services? That way you can put your attention on the areas that are going to get you the most results in your business. This is the tool that I use to find these questions. It's called the Keyword Magic Tool. It's on a website called SEMrush. I do have a relationship with this company because I recommend their tool so often, and I can give you a 2-week free trial. If you go to herokeywordtool.com, then you can come right here. You'll see a whole suite of tools, but you want to come and find the Keyword Magic Tool. That's the one that I use here. So you start out and you put in the broad topic that you want to dominate in this search bar. So let's say you're a leadership expert, and let's just type in, we'll just type in the one word for now. You can type in questions. There's a lot of questions. This is by the number or by the volume. So there are a lot of questions that talk about leadership style or leadership skills. Let's just use skills. So now everything we see here is skills, and I turned on the questions button, and because word count is so important, I'm going to turn this up to 8 words or more. Okay, wow, so this is huge. Some of these questions are going to have 9 or 10 words. Huge search volume. So we want to actually start with questions down in the 10 or 20s. Wow, there's a lot here. So I'm going to filter it first off. I'm actually going to go up to 10 words. Yeah, huge search volume. So I'm going to start down here and start looking for questions that are really specific, that are unique. Now, sometimes questions will slip in here that I think is part of some test or assessment or something. That's unusual, and that's not our target audience. And a lot of these that start with the letter A, I wish I could filter those out. So let me just go ahead. All right, how can a company establish market leadership for a product? Very specific, 10 words or more. How can I demonstrate leadership skills in a behavioral interview? How can you continue to enhance your leadership management skills? How do leadership development initiatives impact the retention of leaders? With a tool like this, you have an unending supply of questions or of titles for your videos. And when you make a video on a topic that follows the directions that I've given you, being really long, really specific, you put that video on YouTube and it will rank at the top. It's the quickest way to turn those no's into yeses. Now, what you don't want to rank for is actually your name or your business name. Now, on one hand, yeah, if people type that in, you want people to be able to find you, but we're talking about this being a marketing tool, not a nurturing tool. A marketing tool means your content is getting in front of people who've never heard of you before, so those people don't know your name. They don't know your company. So instead of saying, yeah, I'm going to do SEO so that when people search for me, they can find me, that will actually happen automatically if you focus on the marketing part of it. Then you will just start to naturally rank for your name. But you don't want to have that be the focus of your SEO because people aren't searching for that. Unless, of course, you're a celebrity. You're extremely famous and people typing in your name. But if that's the case, you might not be educating people on YouTube. You might just be creating entertaining or viral type content, which would be a different strategy. You don't need to worry about search. As you find these different branches, these different categories of questions that you find, I want you to really explore, do I really want to dominate this? One of the greatest benefits of doing keyword research like this is you can look at a branch and see all the questions, and where you might have thought, wow, I totally want to dominate for this category, but you look at the questions in there and then you think, you know, these guys are in a much earlier state than I would have liked. I typically like to help businesses that have a bit of momentum. Or you might look at it and say, I notice these people want free, or they don't have money, or how to do it themselves, where I have a premium service. And so I'm looking for people that are looking for quality or results or whatever. When you follow this approach and you create videos like this and put them on YouTube, it becomes a relationship builder and it becomes a lead generator for your business. So a single video can become a marketing machine for you. So you search and you find the questions that your target audience is asking. You film that video and you answer that question. You don't even sell anything. You don't talk about your products or your services. And so these people who would be great clients of yours but have never heard of you before, they find and watch this video, and now they trust you. Now they have a relationship with you. At the end of the video, you might have a free gift that you offer them. So they go to your website to get that free gift or to get that lead magnet. Now they're a lead, and now they're exploring your website. They're learning about you. They're seeing your promotional materials on your website, and you have their contact information. So you can reach out to them and you can have a conversation. They don't feel like they've been sold to. In fact, now they already trust you. You've given them value, and so it's a warm referral quality lead. Now, one last exciting thing to explain is Google has changed. Google used to be a website search engine. It's now a content search engine. The #1 content platform is YouTube. Google owns YouTube. So just by following this strategy and putting this very strategic content on YouTube, you don't have to promote it or anything after that. Over the following month or 2 or 3, it'll start to bring in that search traffic. It will also start to bring in traffic from Google. So people will be finding you through searches on YouTube and Google. I created another episode where I go into more detail on my leaf strategy. You'll understand what this tree analogy is. I keep talking about branches and leaves, so you'll understand that a lot more. And I go into more specific details on how to implement the leaf strategy so that you can follow step by step and you can get these same results. So I'll link to that video right over here. It's called YouTube SEO Secret Strategy. You've got to learn my leaf strategy. I'll see you there.